Good morning, Internet. Today we're going to be going to a real estate auction. My husband and I have been doing real estate transactions, fixing up ugly houses, renting them out. We only have sold one of the real estate things we've been involved in, but that's a different story. For about 7 years, we've never been to an auction before. So today we're going to try to do an auction and see how that goes. We have a max number in mind. We're going with a contractor. So whatever he says, we're going to put into our little formula, and that will kind of adjust our max bid.
Yeah, depending on the price range he gives us.
The house is really close to our house, so we really want it. We have a baby and a toddler, so this would be very convenient for us to work this house. We know the neighborhood extremely well because we live in the neighborhood. That's actually how we found out about this auction, because we were driving around and we just saw a sign that said auction happening on this day. It's kind of an interesting one. It seems to be like an estate situation. I called the auctioneer and she said they've been trying to figure out what to do with the house for 2 years, which is kind of strange. It's a very good neighborhood.
Well, she said that the family who inherited the house was trying to
figure it out.
Felt that it was easiest to just auction the place because how are they going to split the place?
Yeah.
What they took 2 years doing was getting rid of personal belongings inside of the building.
Yeah, which there still seems to be some personal belongings, because we did drive past the house and we peeked in, and which the auctioneer said was okay. And you could still see a little bit of furniture and stuff in there. It looks outdated, but the bones look really good. The neighborhood's really good. It could be a fantastic deal if people don't get too crazy about the bidding, which is what I need to check, because I really do want the house, but I don't want to overpay. And so everything's going to fall onto the contractor and the other bidders. So we'll see what happens. We'll walk you through the house as much as we can, and we'll let you know what happens.
And then also stay tuned for my review on a hex class.
We've been having a hard time with the hex class. But yeah, very excited to try out the auctions. We've done driving for dollars. We've worked with real estate agents. We've done other stuff, but we've never done an auction before. So we'll see how that works.
All right. So we are here at the property. I think it's just us, the auctioneer, and I think our contractors, like a house or two behind us. Yeah.
You could literally see the water from this property. It's not lake view, but
it's not lake view, but it's pretty close, right?
So I can show what the property looks like from the outside.
Let's.
Okay. What is So we just looked at our numbers. This is what it looks like from the outside, which is really good.
I gave it a little peek inside. It doesn't look like it's anything more than a cosmetic flip. I'm sure there will be some surprises, but we're thinking about. It might be about 125 in repairs, which with the ARV on this thing, you know what, maybe we shouldn't talk numbers on television.
Well, we're thinking it might be 125 on repairs.
We're thinking it might be 125 in repairs, which gives us a max offer price that we think might be too low. Like it might go for more than that.
Yes.
Somebody might get trigger happy.
Somebody
might see more potential in the ARV than we do. Hopefully we're the only people here, but I think a second guy is just nope, never mind. I think we might be we might be the only people here, which would be great. So we're gonna hang out here for a few minutes, and we're gonna go take a look inside the house, do a walkthrough, and
it
then.
It does have a detached 3-boat garage. This is a lake community, so that's good.
It's got a 3-boat, not 3-car, 3-boat garage.
And then it has an attached 2-car.
And regular attached 2-car garage,
which is very common in this neighborhood. This is Hendersonville, Tennessee.
Honestly, I kind of like this house for us. I kind of wish that we could move into this house and I could put the recording studio in the 3-boat garage, but And I just noticed today that it has a sunroof. There's also a sunroof. It's behind the tree. I can't get it from here.
Okay.
But so we'll see what happens. All right, so here we are looking at the outside. The roof looks pretty good, just a little bit of soffit and fascia patching, maybe a few shingles that need to be replaced here and there. Some landscaping, cleaning up this footpath and that crack in the floor. We definitely would need to knock down all of these walls to open up this floor plan, get rid of all that popcorn ceiling, wallpaper, old trim, disgusting floor. This kitchen, extremely outdated, and this room over here, we definitely want to open that up so you have views from the kitchen with like an island there with lower cabs only. This little room where I just walked through, we would probably turn this into like an office with a half bath in it. Open up all these walls that he's pointing at right there, put some French doors right here. So you've got like a private little area, an extra little toilet compared to what they've got now. And the whole rest of the floor plan is wide open. We'd probably need to add a beam there because that is a load-bearing wall, but that's not too big of a deal once you've got the whole rest of the house opened up. It really looks a lot nicer. All this wood paneling on the walls would have to go and get replaced with drywall anyway, because that's, not the prettiest, most efficient wall you could have. Look at all these doorways you got to squeeze through. Nobody wants to live in this layout. So going into the hallway here, tiny little linen closet. That bathroom, total gut. Would probably rearrange some of the plumbing as well to get it to have a more efficient layout. Pull all the built-ins out of this room. This closet in the hallway would probably have to disappear as well, so we could make a bigger closet here in the master. Gut that bathroom, make that nicer. These rooms, do what you do to a room, make it nice, put new floors, paint it. Come outside, this deck is actually leading into the master, which is pretty nice. Got a bunch of really expensive Japanese trees, they were telling me. These guys know a lot about trees, which might be a value add to the property.
The first bathroom had the skylight.
The first bathroom did have a skylight in it. Now, this is the 3-bay garage that you could turn into a recording studio, an additional dwelling unit, a short or long-term rental, what have you. This is a great value add. We were thinking about just leaving it for boats, as this is a boating community here in Hendersonville. All right, we're going to do this recap while it's still fresh.
The auction just
ended. Our repair estimate was spot on, but unfortunately, and I'll stick a clip of the auctioneer in here because he did do that super cool rabbit talking thing that they do.
It was somebody Sam.
No, it was Foghorn Leghorn.
There you go.
You bid now 440, 430, now 40, 40, 40, we go 40, here 430, now 440, 440, 440, 430 is the bid. Asking for 440, 440, would you be 440 anyway, here 430, now 40, 430, now 40, 430 is the bid. Asking for 440 anyway, here 440, would you be 440.
But yeah, it went for 50% more than we would have been willing to pay for it, so we didn't get it. We actually liked the house so much that we were in there considering bumping up the number because we were like, should we just buy this house for ourselves and, I can put my studio in the 3-boat garage and have more bathrooms and it's all on one level, all we'd have to do is spend $125,000 to fix up the house and maybe another 10 to fence in the yard for the dogs, and it would have actually been a great property for us. But if we were to do that, we were to buy this for the price it went for and sell our house, we would actually lose money. So we decided not to do it.
All right, so let's talk about what happened at the auction with the math part of things. Let's see, here we go. Let's put that in there. So this is our spreadsheet that we were looking at for the auction. It's a little bit edited, so it doesn't have some details in there like the location, stuff like that. But very briefly, we did not bid at, we did not try to beat the 465 because of this.
Yeah. So, I'm not going to go into super excruciating detail. We'll have another video.
We're going to have a very detailed math video on this, but the long of the short.
The long of the short is that, we had our initial max offer that was based on after repair value and our assumed repairs cost. And we were thinking that we could jump into this auction, spend about $280,000, maybe a little bit more, so that we could profit 175 off the top of selling this property. We had our contractor come in and, pretty much confirm our suspicions as far as repair estimates. But there was room for more improvement on this property. Like we could add a mother-in-law suite and some other stuff like that, which would bring the repair estimate up to about 170 from 125. And our max offer would shrink, obviously, if we wanted to profit at the same rate. And we were never going to get it for that much money. It's a very nice property. So ultimately, we ended up seeing a comp that kind of, I don't want to say inflated the price, but it made us think that our after repair value might be even higher. So we went back and did the math just to see what it would look like with continuing the $170,000 of repairs, assuming that we could sell it for $740. We'd do a max offer of about $365, profiting about $100,000, 15%, which would be very, very nice. But ultimately, this place ended up getting scooped up at $460, which is a little bit pricey for what it was. It wasn't fixed up or anything like that
At all.
So we would have had to go with about $465 to get it. And assuming again $170K in repairs, $465, max offer plus the buyer premium and closing costs, and on the sell side you've got $60,000 in closing costs, and you've got all these holding costs. We would have been all in $750, sold it for $740, and been in the hole $10,000 there.
Yes, and that's on a lot of hopium, because this 850 comp is they're asking for that, and
Yeah.
they just went on the market.
It just went on the market. It hasn't sold yet, but it
Yeah.
is like a couple houses down. I'm sure
Right.
that they did their comps very, they were very astute about their math, I'm sure. But there was a point where we were considering, maybe we should buy this house and we should move into it because
Right.
it would be a great layout for us. But ultimately, that would mean having to sell this house, which the long and short of it is we would spend.
We would be in the hole.
Yeah, we'd be in the hole. We'd basically be
cut it.
$530,000 to buy that other place. Another $125 to fix it up. You'd be at $650,000,
which is way more than this
Yeah.
property value already.
You'd
So
sell this
that's
house,
it.
lose $50,000, pay closing costs and taxes, and lose another $50,000. We would be in the hole $100,000. So there would be no
Yeah.
point in trying to make that move. It would not be an upward. It wouldn't be an upgrade for us at this point in time.
Yes,
We would
at all.
basically be throwing away some money.
Yep. So that's basically what happened. It was fun to go to the auction. It was very cool to see that house. It was cool to see like the neighbors and see other investors there. But it definitely went too high. As an investor, I probably would not go that angle again. As a home buyer, I might. I mean, you're willing to spend a lot more for your own house.
When we showed up, there was almost nobody there, and then the place was crowded like it was the
Very
state fair
crowded.
within 25 minutes.
It's true.
So
Yeah.
there's a possibility that there is an auction property that is good for us. It's not that we will never go to it again, but this is,
It didn't work out this
it
time.
didn't
That's
work out
for
this
sure.
time. Not with
Yeah.
this deal.
So if you enjoyed that, stick around. We're going to release a more detailed math video after this, just because you can really get into the weeds with the math.
Yeah.
And it's very important to look at that stuff. So I hope you enjoyed that. Take care.